Hello, in this video of the TRD channel I'm going to try to remove the aftermarket plastic fascia that's on this Speedo console center dash thing. It's got something from eBay on it, and as you can see if you look closely, it's in miles per hour on the big letters and kilometers per hour on the small inner letters. But I'm in Australia where we just use kilometers per hour, and because they put it on the small letters, the kilometers, and really clearly designed this for the UK and America, it's really terrible in Australia. So terrible in fact that the previous owner had to, who installed it himself, then had to go put the Apexi extra speedo there so that he could know what to do there. Anyway, also in other news updates for this car, I have sold the head unit that was the Alpine head unit on eBay so that I can replace it, and I've ordered a much better one off eBay to go there, but I'm still waiting for that to arrive, so there's a big gaping hole at the moment, and that'll be another video. Also, I've tested the lift function and the lift is working, but I've done some more research and learnt that your engine has to be up to 60 degrees Celsius, so warmed up to the second temperature notch on the thing. Also, like so, and you have to, really thrash your car to use it. The lift works between 6,000 and 8,000 RPM, and I've tried it out and showed a few people. Oh no, stop it, to be quiet. That is just annoying. Anyway, as you can see also with this thing, it's got some LED lights in it. So that's really cool. And another thing is that I've put a dash cam in my car and a GPS, but the GPS is going to be replaced with the one that's inside the stereo. But the dash cam's there. I've already had people road rage me. There was a guy on the Western Ring Freeway who road raged me for no reason, just because I was going the speed limit in the right hand lane, and he thought that he was allowed to speed in the right hand lane even though there's like 20 speed cameras along that road. So that was a terrible incident, so I don't want that kind of thing to happen, or if it does I want to have evidence proof so I can show everybody, including the police. And also if I get any crazy incidents on camera, that will make good videos for YouTube in the future. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I've got to start pulling this apart. Can't really film myself doing it, so what I think I need to do is pull these screws out and hope that I can get this plastic off and then get the other plastic off. On road I'm going to have to pull the entire thing apart, and it might be too hard for me, so I don't know, because I haven't even tried yet. But the reason I haven't tried yet is because it could be so hard. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned. Alright, so I've taken this part off. That wasn't too hard, just those two screws there. Had to use a tiny little fat screwdriver. Those are the screws. Alright, this is what it looks like without that. I also put a cover over my steering wheel, but it's kind of tacky, I know. Oh well, just to keep it clean. So it looks like I next need to take off that screw and that screw. There's a screw there too. Another, a screw there. Okay, so 3 screws more. Alright, so now it looks like I need to get the clear plastic off the clips that go around on the outside of this thing. Now it's loose and it's coming free only slightly. Not all the way obviously, because it's connected with cables and connections and stuff. So this is going to be the hardest part, looks like. Okay, I got the plastic bit off. That was pretty hard. You just got to take push the 4 clips on the inside, on the clear plastic on that off. So once you got those 4 bits off, that's done. Now to figure out how to get this off. God damn it, looks like I've got to pull it apart even more. There's another set of clips. It does come out a bit further than I thought. But there's another set of clips for this bit of plastic, and it looks like I need to unclip it completely into pieces. Oh, I really hope the original thing's behind it. It looks like it is. I just hope that it wasn't like some sort of sticker that can't be removed, because if that's the case, I'm going to have to buy a whole new one, won't I? Wish me luck. Okay, now I've realised that there was just 2 plugs at the back. Actually, a 3rd plug here for a little aftermarket LED thing. Maybe that's part of the aftermarket thing, I'm not sure yet. Anyway, so that came off easier than I thought. Obviously I'm used to old cars that had actual cables for the speedo. This is completely digital, so next generation. And here it is. So maybe I didn't need to take the plastic clear thing off it. Maybe I should put that on before it gets damaged. So put that back on. Just at least have it there so I don't damage the needle. Okay. So what we've got is some clips there along the side. I started prying 2 of them off and realised it would be a lot easier if I took the whole thing apart. And I wish I could film this while I was doing it, but I can't, sorry. Alright, so we've gotten that apart. Here's one side, I snapped it back together. I did it so, note for your reference, you don't need to pull that off that, you just take the whole thing out. And you do have to take 4 or 5 little screws. At least 3 little screws off it, and it looks like this LED thing is part of that aftermarket fascia, which, let's see if I can get it off now. We've got the speed dials in the way, so I won't be having this LED thing anymore, unless it's got some LEDs built in at the back that they might have put on there. Okay, the original stuff is behind it. Yay, it looks so much better. Why did they do this? It does not look better white. And certainly does not look better with miles per hour when you live in this country. So, oh no, this is the hard part, getting it off with the dials. I always say everything's the hard part. Slide it towards the dials. Dials down. Get both pieces off. There's a little... Oh man, this bit of stopper is in the way. Okay, yay, got it off one of them. Alright, so okay, they move around and they... Alright, yes! Perfect, now it's back to roadworthy condition. So much better. Now I can actually see the speed I'm going by looking at that. So there's the cool LED thing. You might try to sell that on Gumtree or something, or eBay. Probably no one will want to buy it because it's crap if you're in Australia, but oh well, it'll be part of my parts bin collection. Okay, so there you go. It's sweet. Now all I have to do is reverse that procedure and put it all back together and hope it all still works. Obviously put the needles back to beginning, make sure it's got no dirt on it. Yeah, yay. And it did have a little switch here. That was that, and then the 2 little switches down there. So I assume that they're for that, and so now I'll have to rewire them to work for other things, like my fog lights, which I'm going to install as another project in the future. Alright, so, okay, that all going to snap back together, and now there's 4 screws, or 3 screws, that I'll have to screw back in at the back here, which held it all together. And it's Denso. And it's made in Japan. It's got Japanese there. Font, yay. Love Japanese Denso parts. You know, the first Celica I pulled apart, which was an RA40, it said Yamaha, and they used to use Yamaha electric parts in them. Wish they still did that. Oh well, I'm sure Denso must be doing it as good as Yamaha can, or they wouldn't have switched to them. And probably slightly cheaper. Oh wait! Oh, that says Toshiba, not... Look what I found. Toshiba. Maybe they used to have Toshiba parts, not Yamaha, and I'm tripping out. Well, anyway. Toshiba. Toshiba parts in there. There you go. Toshiba is another Japanese brand. Mad. It's all Japanese brands. I was talking to a bogan the other day who was trying to tell me that Toyotas are not made in Japan anymore. He goes, only 10% of Toyotas are made in Japan these days. It's all international. It's all made in Mexico. I'm like, whatever. Because it's all made in Taiwan and China. Might as well be buying a Kia. I'm thinking, you don't know what you're talking about. Bogans. He obviously liked Falcons. Okay, now I've plugged that back in the back. Screwed the 3 screws in at the back. Now I've got 2 screws down there to do. And then the fascia on the top. And I just remembered what it's called. It's an instrument panel. Was there another screw there I had to do? Yes, there is. There's one here too. At this point, maybe I should be checking that it works. Ah, that looks good. Wipers, stop wasting power. So much better now. Oh yeah, I can see it. And does this knob do nothing at all? obviously. It's supposed to be... I thought it was standard that you had to have an adjustment on the brightness for that, but you don't. My fuel door light is on all the time, so that's another problem I'm having with my car. At least I can see my warning lights properly as well now before, because that was kind of been obscured by the other thing. They didn't match up properly. So, they're heaps better, so much better, so better. Oh my god, I'm happy now. Okay. Instrument panel. This is, I'm going to call it how to unmodify your instrument panel. It's back together. Yes. See, this is the reason we have to unmodify cars is because it was sex spec, if you know what I mean. If you watch Mighty Car Mods, and basically aftermarket parts draw police attention. If I was pulled over by the police in Australia and they wanted to pick on me for any reason at all, like they wanted to throw the book at me and fine me because they're, you know, sometimes don't like people, then what they would do is, I mean, you know, sometimes they pull you over even though you haven't broken any laws. They just random breathalyzer check and stuff, right? And then they walk around your car, and if they see any aftermarket parts they don't like that they think are unroadworthy, they can like fine you and charge you heaps of money, right? They could in some states they can canary your car just from one thing. Like in South Australia, and at least anyway, I've heard a policeman say to me, just for having one headlight not working, like one bulb blown, he can, what we call canary your car, pink slip it, say it's unroadworthy, and then force you to get a new roadworthy test and fix every single thing on your car. And it will cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars, even though all you needed was a $2 bulb. Isn't that nice of the police? So obviously doing things like this is the reason why we need to have stock, what we call sleepers, and why I'm still trying to unmodify my car to make it a sleeper instead of sex spec. Whoa, that's awesome. So there you go, you can see that revving, it's revving properly there. That's all good, okay. Whoa, okay. Probably shouldn't have done that, it annoys the neighbours, but fuck. Who cares, man? I gotta live my life and do things. Oh yeah, oh god, there's a whole other video. But having heaps of dramas with people have actually been vandalising this car. Someone's caused 3 dents to it and 2 major scratches, and someone's punched the thing up the top on the bonnet that has the plastic vent thing and caused a crack on that. I estimate that would be $2,000 worth of body damage that's occurred. This car was nothing but pure joy when I got it, but ever since then people have been jealous and pissed off, and I live in a block of flats so I don't have a garage to keep it safe in. What I've done with my bedroom window, if you look there, is I've put a camera. It's filming us right now from there actually. Maybe I could even use that footage to combine it all together, that would be funny. Anyway, just to show you how I do that. Yeah, so I need to get proper CCTV and night vision cameras recording several of them 24 hours a day in order to keep this car safe from the neighbours. And obviously I'm in a block of flats where there's 8 flats, so everyone's a suspect except for the guy who works at Toyota and owns the 86 that I showed you in the past. So obviously someone who loves the same type of cars and is intelligent enough to be a manager at the Toyota factory wouldn't hurt another Toyota. But there are lots of other jealous losers. Oh look, this woman thinks she can drive down here when she's not allowed to as well. She doesn't live here. So there's even people who do not live here coming into the car park being naughty. Oh well, life goes on. I'm not going to say anything about that person. I know who she is. I know she's friends with which person she's friends with, and she comes over because he helps her fix the car. And as far as I'm concerned, and like I've had a chat with him about that, neighbours have no right to complain about bits of noise we make when we're fixing our cars, because we don't have garages and we should be allowed to fix our own cars in our own driveway, car park area, right? People have been complaining about all the noise I make fixing my car and stuff, and that's just totally unfair and bullshit and wrong. I do own a house in the country and I've got a garage there, but it is so far away that it's just not practical, you know. And if I need a part or anything, obviously it means waiting weeks for it to arrive on the internet, or driving hundreds of kilometres to the local auto shop, or thousands of kilometres to a wreckers that would even have parts for this car. Oh, plus I can't even drive it up there until I've made the car look completely stock, or at least not have the veil side rear bumpers. And on the news with that, I've been looking for for rear bumpers, and I found some for 150. Other wreckers wanted between 280 and 320 or something. But I found one in the western suburbs. It's called BIP Toyota. But neither of them are white. They're silver or blue. They've got a blue and a silver Celica that they're wrecking right now. And obviously that means big trouble for me because that's not the right colour. Wouldn't mind a black one, because that would be Panda, and then I could just like paint the top half white and leave the bottom half black, and it would be Toyota black at the bottom, and I could try to make it look good, but that would still be harder. But the silver, I guess that's not too different to white. guess I could get away with driving around with a silver bumper, but it's still going to look dodgy, and people are going to look at me like I'm a dodgy person because I've got a silver bumper on the back of my car. So I don't know. What do you drop a comment and let me know what you think. Anyway, there's one more thing I need to do. I need to check my oil level, yep, and then I'm going to take it for a test drive, but I don't need to put them on camera. Somebody did drop a comment on my channel video asking me to do a video of me driving the car. Obviously I've got that, so I can kind of half do it, but not really. I have ordered a cheap no-name GoPro thing, you know, on eBay, but it hasn't arrived. Now I realise it might have been a scam ad, because it was only $15 or $12, $14 or something, $14.50. Oh, and all the other people are trying to sell them for like $40, $50. So maybe I got scammed and I have to get a PayPal complaint to get my money back on that one. They're $100 for the cheap brands at the Aussie shops. My mate's got a GoPro, but I don't think he's going to let me have it or borrow it because he's not nice to me. So I don't know, I've got to buy like probably 2 or 3 GoPros to really be able to do the kind of filming that I want to do, driving while talking to the camera and having you see where I'm going and also see me talking at the same time. I have seen one of these that you can get a different dash cam that has like a camera that points towards the driver too. And I thought that could do what I want to do as well, so I might buy one of those. Obviously I want to get better dash cams, I have several dash cams. I did buy a 32 gig memory card for that one now, so it should be able to film many hours worth of me driving. So that's good. So yeah, I just thought I should update you on Project Celica. I'm glad I got a little thing done which I've been putting off for ages, which was really easy at the end of the day. Yeah, and as I've said, I mean I've got fog lights on order, and I'll be wiring them into those switches there, but they haven't arrived yet. I want to buy TRD pedals. One of my sports pedals fell off. I could just reattach it, but I can still use the car. I'm still driving it. Yeah, there's lots of videos I still want to make about this car, and I'm still planning hopefully to join a car club. Not sure about the Toyota one I was looking at that I went to last time. Some of the people there, I'm not sure about them because I had some dealings with them and they seem a bit dodgy, but could be alright. Could be different people every time you go. Anyway, we'll see how that all goes. Oh yeah, I didn't sell that Corolla GTI because that guy who owns it is an idiot, and people who were trying to buy it were all idiots. So, you know, I've decided to wash my hands of that. But I've got more fun projects to focus on, like this one. Also, there's another fun project which you haven't seen any videos on yet, which is that mate Nick of mine who was on that TA22 video, TA-RA28 video. People kept correcting RA23. That classic Celica video. He's bought a TA22, an actual one, 74 Celica. And he's already done, like, started the strip down, but I haven't taken any videos or photos. Oh, I did take photos, like, when he first got it, before he started the strip down. So I'll add those photos to some, I'll try to take some new video of it next time I go over to see him. And I'll make a video series about Project Celica TA22 as well. So there's going to be at least 3 current project cars on this TRD channel. Alright, so there's this Project Celica ZZT231, plus there'll be the Charade F2 project, plus there'll be the TA22 project. And really, what other project cars do you need? It's too bad that I never really filmed the project car that was that old AE92 GTI. That was such a big project. I've owned an AW11 MR2 project car, and I didn't do enough videos or content about that, unfortunately. Oh well, anyway, thanks for watching this video from the TRD channel. Please subscribe. I really need subscribers. Come on, at the time of filming, there's only 27 subscribers. My old car channel, Spoiler Car, had like 1,000. But we've been locked out of that. We can't get access to it anymore. Google doesn't make it easy to let you get back into your account when you don't have access to the original backup password email address thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, share with your friends, help me go viral. Till next time, ciao, bella.